Have you ever noticed how birds seem to appear at just the right moments in your life? Perhaps a hawk soared overhead during a difficult decision, or a crow cawed incessantly when you were contemplating a new path. If so, you've already experienced a glimpse of what the ancient Romans called augury, the sacred art of reading divine messages through the behavior and flight patterns of birds. This practice of interpreting bird behavior for spiritual guidance was called augury by the Romans and ornithomancy by the Greeks. In fact, many pagan cultures practiced a form of bird divination. We just have a lot of written references from the Greeks and Romans. Both words refer to the same idea: watching birds, their flight patterns, calls, and movements to gain omens about the future or answers to pressing questions. As creatures of the sky who travel freely between earth and the heavens, birds carry divine messages. By watching their flight direction, formation, species, and their calls, we can interpret whether the gods favor a certain action. This video is about the ancient practice and how we can practice bird divination today. Hi, I'm Amy, and welcome to my channel where we discuss all things pagan. Augury was a sophisticated religious practice that formed the backbone of decision making in ancient Rome, from personal choices to matters of state. It could even decide matters of war. Jupiter's symbol was the eagle, and it was displayed on shields. While augury in Rome was highly ritualized and formal, Greek bird divination could be more personal, practiced by the working class and farmers who wanted to know the best time to act. Chickens were used in divination, and much was written about watching their behavior. In Greek mythology, the rooster was associated with the god Apollo, representing the sun and light. The Greeks believed that the rooster's crow could ward off evil spirits, making it a protective symbol as well. Modern divination, such as tarot cards or runes, often attempts to predict the future. Roman augury was primarily about seeking divine approval for planned actions. The question wasn't what will happen, but rather, do the gods favor this course of action? This reflects a worldview where the divine and ordinary were intimately connected. The direction of flight, the species of the birds, the sounds they made, and even their eating habits all formed part of an intricate symbolic language. I have a chart in the website article you can use during your own observations. Both the Romans and Greeks carefully categorized birds based on their perceived connection to different deities and the types of omens they could provide. Gods like Athena, who was connected with her owl of wisdom. While the Norse didn't practice augury per se, Odin is a great example of bird communication. His ravens are messengers who bring news from around the world. Ravens and crows are extremely intelligent, and their vocalizations are especially significant. The number, tone, and timing of their calls all carried specific meanings. They are sacred to Apollo, the Morrigan. The Native American cultures, Tahltan and Inuit, see raven as the creator and a messenger. Doves are linked to love and peace, sacred to Aphrodite and Venus. Doves are often kept as pets, and you may be surprised, but they are the same family of pigeons. So if you are an urban dweller, here is a bird species you have easy access to. Eagles held the highest position in the arboreal hierarchy. Their appearance was considered especially auspicious, often indicating divine approval for major undertakings. They are sacred to Zeus and Jupiter. Native American cultures also hold the eagle in high esteem. The eagle kachina, revered by the Hopi and Zuni people, embodies the spirit of the eagle and is a powerful symbol in religious and ceremonial practices. It acts as a messenger to the gods and represents strength, courage, and wisdom. Hawks and other raptors are also highly regarded, associated with clear vision and decisive action. Their hunting behavior and flight patterns were carefully observed, with different meanings attributed to whether they flew from left to right, circled overhead, or dove down towards their prey. They are sacred to Horus and Freya. In ancient Rome, an augur was not just a person with a knack for birdwatching. This was a highly respected priestly office. Augurs were trained in the complex system of interpreting bird signs, and they performed ceremonies called taking the auspices before important events. They used a curved staff or wand called a litas to point out areas of the sky and to ritually mark divisions for observation. The augur would stand in a designated sacred space called a templum. This wasn't a building, but a magical rectangle marked out in the ground, often orientated to the cardinal directions. The templum made me think of the circle we often cast as witches to create a magical space. Within this space, the augur would watch for birds, also paying attention to weather and food sources. They might wait quietly for hours until the right bird appeared. Every detail mattered. Species, number, flight path, calls, behaviors all contributed to a reading. For example, circling birds may mean to pay attention. It's felt that when birds circle, the gods are trying to get our attention. Augury offers modern pagans a profound way to reconnect with the natural world while honoring ancient spiritual wisdom. In our increasingly digital age, the practice of quietly observing bird behavior provides a grounding connection to natural rhythms and cycles. So find a nearby park bench or go to the beach, a nature trail, wherever you can to do some observations. Pagan parents, this is definitely a great activity for you. Birds are easy to spot, and it's a great connection and way to learn about local birds. In ancient Rome, they read the species they knew, but we can easily read the species in our own backyards. Once you start to become familiar with local birds, set your intention. Ancient augurs often ask the gods specific questions. Is this journey blessed? Should I plant today? Rather than seeking vague answers, clarity helps you interpret signs more meaningfully. Make a backyard bird habitat. I offer birdseed, have planted native flowers and trees to make our yard wildlife friendly. Respect for the creatures you're working with strengthens the spiritual bond and ensures you're practicing in harmony with nature. Remember that mastering augury, like any spiritual practice, does take time and patience. Start simple and allow your understanding to deepen gradually. Whether you're seeking guidance for major life decisions or simply hoping to strengthen your connection to divine communication, augury provides a time-tested path to receive wisdom from the natural world and our deities. Thanks for watching. I'm working on getting watch hours, so check out the video that YouTube recommends to you next. And have a very witchy day.